Today, I'll be speaking about cystic fibrosis, a genetic disorder that significantly impacts the respiratory system. Among other organs, most individuals with CF have mutations in the CFTR gene, which plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of salt and water in our bodies. These mutations cause sick and sticky mucus to build up in the lungs and in the other parts of the body, leading to a wide range of health issues. And in this presentation, I'll explain the normal functionings of the respiratory system, how CF disrupts these processes, and the symptoms associated with the condition. First, what is cystic fibrosis? Cystic fibrosis, also known as CF, is a genetic disorder caused by mutations in the CFTR gene. The CFTR protein, coded by the gene, regulates the movement of chloride ions across cell membranes. This regulation is essential for maintaining the proper balance of salt and water in tissues. When the process is disrupted by mutations, the mucus in a body becomes thick and sticky rather than thin and fluid. And this abnormal mucus would block the airway in the lungs, trapping bacteria and fungi, and impairs the functions of other organs, such as the pancreas and liver. Over time, these issues lead to chronic infections, inflammations, and significant organ damage. To fully understand the impact of CF, let's first look at a healthy respiratory system, how it works. First, the lungs are located in the chest cavity, with the right lung having 3 lobes and the left lung only 2 lobes to make room for the heart. And their primary jobs is to facilitate gas exchange. First, oxygen from the air is absorbed into the bloodstream through tiny air sacs called alveoli. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product, is removed from the blood and exhaled. The circulatory system works closely with the lungs to deliver oxygens to tissues and remove waste. Other systems, like the nervous lymphatic system and immune system, also play important roles in supporting respiratory health. And with normal conditions, the respiratory system produces thin and fluid mucus that traps dust and pathogens, which could maintain a healthy body and respiratory system. And now I'm going to explain how normal chloride ion transport and respiratory system work. In individuals with CF, mutations in the CFTR gene disrupt chloride ion transport. Normally, chloride ions draws water into the mucus layer, keeping it thin and easy to move. However, in CF, chloride ions are trapped inside cells, preventing water from hydrating the mucus, and which results in the sticky mucus that blocks the airway. And this thick mucus creates 2 major problems. First, it makes it difficult for cilia to clear debris and pathogens from the lungs. And second, it provides an environment for bacteria and fungi to grow. And over time, these functions would cause chronic inflammations and damage the lung tissue, leading to conditions like pulmonary fibrosis, where scar tissue replaces healthy lung tissues. And this is basically how the difference between a normal airway and an airway that is affected by cystic fibrosis. We can see that the mucus has blocked the main entrance, and fungi and bacteria are growing inside that sticky mucus. And here are some of the major symptoms of cystic fibrosis. Although CF primarily affects the respiratory system, it also has systematic effects, which with the most common symptoms include, first, the recurrent respiratory infections, second, the pulmonary fibrosis, third, the malabsorption, fifth, the exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, and lastly, biliary cirrhosis. These symptoms highlight how CF impacts not just lungs, but also other critical organs, leading to widespread complications. We can see that it also affects the pancreas and the liver. And lastly, a summary. First, Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disorder caused by mutations in the CFTR gene that disrupt chloride ion transport. This leads to the production of thick, sticky mucus that clogs airway and blocks the respiratory function and causes systematic complications. While CF challenging condition to manage, understanding its mechanism could help us better solve the problem and provides a good foundation for treatment, improving quality for the individuals affected by this problem. And that's all. Here are the references, and thank you for listening.